So good morning everybody. Today is just a regular class, but it's a class that's going to um, focus in on your psoas muscle. So for us in South Africa, we went from level 5 to level 4, which is not really much of a difference in terms of us yogis that are at home here. I don't think it's going to give us very much more freedom. A few more shops might be open, but there's still this deep awareness of the virus, and it's also a time of transition going from 5 to 4, so there might be a little bit more of anxiety related to it, and what is the final outcome. And we're very blessed to have an amazing president who's giving us all a lot of confidence, but it's still a huge story what we're going through, this whole corona story, and what is the end result, and how much can we really let go and move into faith, and how much do we not believe our monkey minds. So all of that kind of angst is carried very much in our psoas. So the more we contract and the tighter we become, this whole area of the first and second chakra, the lower back, the psoas, gets incredibly tight. And when that muscle gets tight, it affects the whole of all your organs in your body. So it affects digestion. It even affects your diaphragm, so your breathing is not so good. So today we're going to focus in on releasing the psoas, releasing these hip flexors as much as possible so that we can move into the space of peace. I did draw a saying today, so there are actually two, and it says, "It is proper to doubt. Do not be led by holy scriptures or mere logic or inference, or by appearances, or by authority or religious teachers. But when you realize that something is unwholesome and bad for you, give it up. And when you realize that something is wholesome and good for you, do it." So that's a saying by the Buddha. And then there's another one: "There is but one cause of human failure, and that is man's lack of faith in his true self." Now, we have gone through all the koshas, and we realize that the true self lives within, and the deeper we can get into this true self, and the more we can realize the true self, the more the ending of suffering. So that doesn't mean that physical suffering stops, but it means that our reaction to it. So as yogis, we try to become the witness self, and we try to really look at things from a bigger perspective and a bigger picture. And that helps us to manage the stress in our lives. Breathing too helps us to manage our stress. So let's bring our hands into prayer at our hearts. Lift our chest, open our chest, spread the back of the body as well as the front of the body. Feel that you're breathing into the sides, the front and the back. You're really spreading energy and love and beautiful prana through your body. Close your eyes, keep your head upright. And let's begin by some lovely, long, slow, effortless breaths deep into your body. And I want you to send this breath all the way through your body, so as if your whole body is breathing and expanding and opening. And gently soften your face as you do this. So we're consciously going to let go of the tensions in the body. So soften your face, soften your eyes, soften your mouth, turn the corners of your mouth up. Even soften your ears. So have this awareness, naughty dogs, have this awareness of really feeling and connecting to softness within you. Beautiful, beautiful softness. A sense of, so take a deep inhale, open your mouths and let it go. And let's do that 2 more times. Big inhale. And 1 more time. And we're going to begin with one long, slow to really release that exhale. The longer your exhale, the more you let go. So as you feel that you're really allowing yourself to let go of anything that creates tension in your body. Big inhale. bow your heads to your hearts and just surrender to that space within you, and slowly open your eyes. So we'll start by bringing our knees up. Take your hands behind you, lift your chest, and just gently drop your knees from side to side. Getting this awareness. Good. Beautiful. Nice. And then slowly come up again. Bring the soles of your feet together and rock from side to side. Find these hip joints here. Lift your chest, and with your whole front body, lean. So big inhale, exhale forward. It's not about how far down you come. It's just a case of feeling these hips hinging, moving gently forwards and backwards, and opening the hips. So just getting this awareness through your hips. Good. And then let's make circles. Big inhale and exhale as you come forward. Now really bring big breaths into it and circle your hips. And as you do this, soften your face, soften your eyes, soften your mouth. We hold a lot of tension in our faces. So soften, 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 and then go in the other direction. Just being aware of your space of your hips, and then slowly come back. Bend your knees again and drop both knees over towards the left. Walk this right knee so that you have the right knee in the right hip, and then you're just going to lift it up, curl your tailbone towards your pubic bone, find your bandhas, and just stretch that hip a little bit, and then slowly come back. We're going to go to the other side. Stretch. Beautiful. And then slowly release. Okay, you're going to take your blankies or your towels, whichever you can, and you're going to make a sausage, and make it quite a tight sausage. So you want a tight sausage. Then this sausage is going to go right here by your hip flexors. So this is the part that we're trying to open. This is the part that shortens when the psoas gets tight, when the hip flexors get tight. When this shortens, it pulls all the organs and everything becomes tight. So the first thing we need to do is just release it. So bring your cushion, your sausage. It's a sausage class, but I don't think it's going to be easy because we have to move that psoas. So bring your cushion. We're just starting nice and easy. Bring your hips over and then stretch yourself forward and push down into it. So really have this awareness of pushing into the hips. Breathe into it, curl your tailbone, lift up through your bandhas. Now push down, lift your feet and push down and drop your feet. Inhale, lift your legs, exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop. You should actually be feeling like a lot of pressure in that area. Keep curling your tailbone using your bandhas. Okay, now lift your arms. So inhale, lift and drop. And lift and drop. And lift and drop. And keep going for a few times. Breathing. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, pushing those upper thighs and the hips in. And then release, bring your forehead onto your palms and just roll your forehead gently from side to side so that you're creating a lessening of the tension. Feel like you're smoothing out your brow. Feel like you're smoothing out your mind center. Breathe into it. Good. And then slowly bring your hands by your sides, elbows tucked in, and push up into a very small cobra. It's a small cobra. And then slowly come up. You're going to take this sausage. You can let it out a little bit. And then you're going to roll it around. So tuck it right in and roll it around. Open your knees wide. So you're kind of tucking it around the sides. Then you're going to really take time to roll over it. Sorry, mine stop. And then bring yourselves forward. And you're going to feel that the sausage is between your belly and your thighs, and just creating a space of opening. So you want to feel that space of opening. Breathe into it. Again, if you can drop your head here, or even put a cushion under your head, do so. If you don't have anything accessible at this moment in time, just take one palm on top of the other. And again, rest your head. I'm not doing it so that I can speak to you, but please release your head down, roll from side to side, and soften, guys. So we're trying to get these hip flexors to let go. The minute that we feel uncertain, insecure, stressed, our whole body becomes contracted. And the one place that we can be guaranteed of a contraction is in this area. A lot of the times when our stability is threatened, we find our lower back is really the place where we feel most of this insecurity. So we're coming to a long time of being in lockdown, and we need to find practices in our yoga that help us to really remember that we are the true self, beings of light. And this too shall pass, and this is a wonderful opportunity to continue growing. However, it's going to happen that you watch the TV and that you do become a little bit stressed. You're human, so be honest with yourselves, with your feelings. Don't use spiritual bypass. I'm holding you here for a while. We all use spiritual bypass. Oh, everything's going to be wonderful. Everything's going to be fine. Remember that you're here on earth to learn messy, messy nonsense, that you're meant to feel it, but where the problem comes is our attachment to it. So now we're letting go. We can feel, but then we need to let go. Slowly, slowly, slowly come up. Release your sausage. Hopefully you're feeling like a whole lot more opening here. Come onto your toshi. Grab your belts or your straps, whatever you've got. And we're going to place the strap over the left foot, and we're going to come onto the elbow of the right hand, and we're going to stretch up. Lift your chest, guys. Lift. Now just get a nice stretch in the back of the legs. Push your heel away from you. And then take this leg out behind you as much as you can. Keep your chest lifted, so don't let yourself do this. Lift the chest and push that heel away from you. Now smile. So you're releasing the back of the leg where we hold on to old belief systems. We want to release that. Open up even wider. See if you can really feel that stretch. And then come over. Turn your big toe to face down and take a big stretch here. And then inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Move this leg. And get as much movement into this hip joint as you possibly can. Good. And then slowly come up. Be sure that you've got space behind you. You're going to lift this leg up and hold and lift your chest, and then you're going to release. Good. So you're going to keep the strap on, but don't use the strap. Use your belly. So big inhale, take it back. Big inhale here, exhale, come up, lift your chest. Inhale back, exhale up. Inhale back, exhale up. One last time, inhale back, exhale up. Good, take this foot, release the strap, and bring your foot onto your thigh. And drop this knee down. Okay. So holding onto your knee, you're going to start to feel this through the hip flexor. Take your left hand, big inhale, exhale down. Now really feel this, guys. We're going to come up on the inhale, big inhale, oops, up you come, and exhale down. And inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Might not be so easy. Inhale up, exhale down, and one last time, inhale up. Good. Release, shake this leggy out. Feel. Okay, we're going to come to the other side. So, taking the strap over the ball of the right foot, come down, lift and open your chest and stretch this leg. Really enjoy opening the leg. So it's the densest part of the body are the hips and the legs, where we hold on to physicality, where all our stories are stowed in these first two chakras, especially the first one. Take the leg out to the side, lift, breathe, and then over, and let's go. Inhale, open as wide as you can, keep the chest lifted. Exhale, inhale, big breaths guys, and exhale. Keep going and enjoy it. Really feel, oh yes, I'm opening my heart, I'm releasing through my legs, I'm creating space in my body, because it's space. Whenever we're stressed or we're anxious or we're worried, we contract. So we're creating space today. Come up, lift your leg up, big inhale, exhale down. Inhale up, lift your chest as you come up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, release, bring the foot onto the thigh and push this knee down. Flex your foot, bring your arm up. Big inhale, exhale down. Inhale up, lift your chest, exhale down. Use your bellies, inhale up and exhale down. Keep going. Use your belly. One more time and release. Good. So when you lie down now, you want to have your knee and your hip in the same line. So you down, you drop your knees over to the left. You walk your right foot off the mat and you look and you see that your right knee, your right hip and your right shoulder are all in line. Then take your right arm above you and stretch, guys. Use bandhas, so curl your tailbone towards your pubic bone. Now if you want more, you take this left foot and you bring it onto your thigh and you stretch. Really use your bandhas here, so curl your tailbone towards your pubic bone, lift your belly, lift your perineum. Feel that stretch through the hip flexor. You're getting right in here where that sausage was. And then slowly release, come back and just drop your knees from side to side again. Good, and then we're going to go over to the right side and walk the left foot off. So you've got knee, hip, shoulder, arm up. Grab hold of the wrist and stretch. Now again, if you want to take this foot and bring it onto your thigh and pull your thigh down, that's the second part of it. It's not, nothing is ever compulsory, guys. You've got to listen to your bodies and see what your bodies want today. Today might be different from yesterday, so breathe into it. Really feel this lovely big stretch. And then slowly release, come up, bring your feet up and just rock from side to side. And then cross your feet over and roll yourselves up. So the more we open this psoas area, P-S-O-A-S-I-S, the more we create deeper breath within our body, more opening for the organs. So again, we're going to roll these sausages. So you don't have to roll it completely out. You want to be able to tuck it in here and have the soles of the feet together. And then you want to kind of like feel like you're really tucking and lifting and then bringing yourselves forward over the sausage and really breathing into it. So the harder, the more firm the sausage, the better that you can push in, and you can feel quite a bit as you squeeze into it. Breathe into it. Feel, feel, feel. Creating this lovely big opening in this whole area. All right, and slowly come up. Release your sausage. Come up onto your hands. Take your right foot and bring it up. Drop your right foot down. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to push this knee away from you. So I'm going to exaggerate, but this is what you want to feel. So you want to feel like you're pulling your whole torso out. This foot must be grounded into the earth, and then you walk this left hand over to the left as much as possible. You can lift this bottom hip and just tuck it under, push this leg away, And then curl your tailbone towards your pubic bone and really feel the stretch through the whole left side of the body. Curl. Then lift the belly up towards the heart and stretch. So feel, I'm exaggerating, but I want you to feel like you're pulling yourself out of your hips. So you're really softening and opening those hips. Breathe. And then slowly release, and we'll come to the other side. So the left foot will come on, we'll go over, we'll push, we'll ground this foot, we'll push this knee away, we'll release this hip, we'll walk the right hand over, and then pushing as hard as you can. If you can straighten this arm, great. Lengthen through the whole right side. Curl the tailbone, lift the belly, and feel. So you're making this whole area here softer, looser, more open. Softening these chakras. And then slowly release, come round. Good. Bend your right knee and take your left foot into your hand. And just move these knees from side to side. And then we do the other side, just to really get some movement into these little hip joints. All right, sweetheart, straighten your legs. You can have your strap here. Again, draw this sausage around. Find your two sit bones. Okay, if you can't touch your toes, then use a strap. Okay, flex. Now, pulling down. What you really want to feel is you want to feel your belly on this, and you want to tuck it under as much as you possibly can and push into it. Now you're getting that big stretch up the back of the legs, feel that, and over the back of the body. Paschimottanasana, stretch of the waist. The whole back side of your body is getting a stretch, but we're also pushing into that psoas. So I want you to feel that. Breathe into it. So allowing the psoas to open as much as we possibly can. Good. And then slowly come up. Come into Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet close. Again, wedge this in. The sausage, called sausage class. And then pushing your elbows towards your knees, come down as much as you can and just really feel. So it's like you're coming over. If you need to make the sausage bigger, you come over more. You have to intuit. Use your intuition to where you're feeling the biggest. So you're not coming down as far because you're coming over the sausage, but you're really pushing into those hips and into those hip flexors. Nice. And then slowly, slowly come up. Release your sausage and come onto your hands and knees. Come into your cat, tabletop. Big inhale. Now, yesterday we were focusing in on the heart. Now I want you to focus in on the belly. Big inhale, open the belly. Exhale, squeeze. So you're getting as much movement into these hips as possible. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Now, I'm going to face you up. Take this knee and then give it big circles, as big as you possibly can. Really big, big, big circles. And then circle in the other direction. So you're getting as much energy and movement through this whole hip area as possible, and then just go backwards a few times again. All right, bring it down, wag your tail. Really give your tail a good wag and smile. Wag it some more. And then wag your shoulders. And wag, 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 wag. Just give a good little wag. Okay, other side. So you're going to lift this up and you're going to go in circles. Big circles. And then circle in the other direction. And then circle backwards just a few more times. Good. And then wag the tail. Beautiful, guys. Bring your right foot up between your hands. Now, if you need to put a blankie underneath your knee, do so, but we're going to release this knee down as far as we can, as far back as we can. Flatten the foot. So there's at least like a 45-degree angle here, and we're going to hang. We're just going to hang. Let your body actually hang. So you want the weight of your body. Let it hang completely. You can even take this right hand and let it come underneath and grab hold of your elbow so that you can hang some more. Curl your tailbone, use your bundas. So I'm not worried about my back being rounded. I just want that heaviness in that hip so that it stretches. You want to get this beautiful stretch of the hip. Breathe into it and then release. So what we're going to do here is inhale and exhale, straighten this leg. As much as you can. You can bring your hands back if you need to. Inhale and exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. Tuck your back toe under and push your back heel away from you. So you're coming into a really lovely big lunge here, pushing that back thigh away from you. Now bring your weight forward so that you're on the tippy toes. Push your weight back. Bring it forward. Remember, we're working on this area here, so you're really stretching that back thigh away from you. Good. And then straighten this front leg. Walk your hands back if you need to. Lift your chest and draw your chest over this leg as much as possible. Bring your right hip back, your left hip forward. Push into this back thigh. So you don't want this back thigh to be weak, you want it to be nice and strong. Beautiful. Release. Take it back into down dog. Stretch it out, guys. I'm just changing position, that you stay in down dog. Okay, the left foot is going to come forward between your hands, and you're going to stretch this leg back as much as possible. Here you're going to take the left hand and hold onto the right elbow and just hang. So you want to use bandhas very much so that you're lifting this belly, you're not letting this belly flop, you're lifting it up. You're lifting up through the perineum, so tailbone curls towards pubic bone, and you're just stretching here, really getting into the stretch. Let your head be heavy. Let everything just melt. You're not forcing. There's no forcing here. Gravity is helping us do the work. Then bring your hands on either side. Big inhale. Exhale, straighten. If you need to bring your palms back, do so. Inhale. If you've got blocks and you can use them, great. I'm just not using props because I know a lot of my students don't have. So after the lockdown, we're going to insist that everybody gets at least one pair of blocks, a bolster and a strap. Not even a bolster so much because we can use towels, but blocks. Miss them. And then slowly push back. Good. We're going to come back again. We're going to tuck this back toe under and push this back heel away from us. And then we're going to shift the weight forward and backwards, forward and backwards. So getting a really big stretch, and then push it back. And then straighten, guys. Bring your hands back if you need to. Here's where blocks would be great. Pull your left hip back, your right hip forward, and stretch over. Good. And then come back and pivot yourself round. Pigeon toe. Imagine that you're standing on a balance beam. And then bring your elbows onto your knees and push these knees out and make tabletop. Push them out so much. Breathe. So we're going to go side to side here. So come over to your left side and stretch. Keep the tabletop going. Stretch. Come back over and over to your right side and stretch. And we'll do it once more on either side. Good, and then coming back again, push those knees out. Really feel that big stretch. release, bring one knee down, bring the other knee down, grab your sausage, bring your big toes to touch, wrap your sausage around, wrap yourself over that sausage, and feel if you can feel how there feels like there's a little bit more space. So you can actually feel yourself being able to broaden the sacral area, being able to broaden the hips, being able to feel that opening from those lunges. So feel the difference in your body, and as you let go of this huge sacroiliac area and joint, you're softening the lower back, you're softening the diaphragm, you're giving space to the organs, you're releasing the tensions in your body. So just feel this and say, yay. All right, and slowly, slowly release. Come back up onto your hands and knees. Inhale into cat and push back into down dog. Enjoy it. Now take your doggy for a walk. Bend one knee and wiggle waggle, and really wiggle waggle those hips. So push them out to the side, out to the side. So go slowly and wiggle waggle. Okay, you're going to bend the right knee and you're going to bring the right foot up. If you can't get it up, drop your knee and bring your foot up. Okay, then pushing the heel away from you, staying on the ball of your foot, come up into the low lunge, high lunge. Push your heel back, lift, breathe. Lift, 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 lift. Open, lift your chest. Hold it, breathe, connect, feel, and then slowly release, come back into your down dog. Inhale into up dog, keep the belly nice and firm, push those heels away from you and lift up through those hips. Exhale, push back into down dog. Inhale into up dog. My American friends, those are called hardy-dars. They're huge, I think they're kind of like I don't know, can't remember what they are, but they're big birds with long beaks and they make a hell of a noise. And one more time. All right, we're going to bring the other leg up. I'm just changing direction. So you're going to take the left leg, bring it up and between. And then you're going to stretch that back leg away from you and inhale up into the lunge on this side. Breathe. Lift, open. Curl your tailbone, lift, 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 lift. Feel. Good. Slowly come back and pivot round again to the side with both toes pigeon-toed. Walk your hands forward. Keep your belly nice and firm. Inhale, drop your hips. Lift, push your heels away from you. Curl your tailbone. Feel, smile. Really feel that, guys. Drop your knees. Bend your back feet and big toes touching. Without your sausage, just see how much further down you can come. Breathe into it. All right, and up you come. So no hip class would be complete without pigeon. So, know some of you it's not your favorite, but it really is one of the best poses for releasing of the psoas, the sciatica. So big inhale into cat, exhale, push up. So let's do it as a bit of a movement, so to get some cardio in. Lift the left leg up into the sky. Big inhale, exhale, bring your knee to your chest, plank. Inhale, touch the sky, open up as much as you can. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, up, touch the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, up and touch the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. And one last time. Inhale, up and bring this knee through for pigeon. Push your back leg away from you. Come up onto your palms and just rock gently from side to side. In pigeon, what you want to do is you want to get these hips as even as possible. If you don't feel enough, you can always bring this front foot up a little bit more. Come onto your forearms. Breathe. Tuck your back toe under and push your back heel away from you. Really get a big stretch there. And then being sure that both hips are nice and even, bring your palms forward and stretch, guys. Breathe into it. Leave your left hand where it is. Take your right arm and thread the needle through and come onto that shoulder as much as possible and stretch. Now you are going to want to roll over onto your right hip. Don't push into your left hip, and you can just look over your shoulder. Breathe. And then bring this left hand on top of your right. Twist your whole body around and really get deeper into the twist. So you should be feeling this really nicely through your little tokas, through your little tush. Smile. Good. And then slowly release. Come up, take the back foot and bring it around. Sit up nice and tall, lift your chest. Inhale, lift this right arm up, bring it behind you. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lift your left arm and exhale, twist. Now twist from the hips. So you want to feel both sit bones pushing down, and you want to feel this big twist through the hips. So you're really getting a lovely big twist. Lift up and squeeze. Breathe. Letting go of everything that no longer serves you. Unraveling the brain center. We can't go into the thinking mind. Remember when we did Manamaya Kosha? We can't allow the brain to take us down into the rabbit hole. So keeping the twist, just bring your chin forward. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Keep the shoulder down. Lift your cheek. Imagine yourself being kissed by an angel and smile. So your torso is going left to right, but your throat and your head are going right to left. So hopefully you're completely unraveling the brain center. Please breathe deeply. Turn your gaze into Ajna Chakra. Soften your face. Smile. Connect. Allow. Let go. Smile. Just feel. And then very, 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 very slowly come round. Take a moment. If this is hard for you, you can always straighten the left leg. We're coming into Gomukhasana. To get really deeply into it, you can lift your tushy, wriggle it a little bit, and then push yourself down. So you bring those two knees more on top of each other. Lift up. Take your hands and just push into your feet. There's such juicy, lovely place. You can even take your thumbs. Just give yourself a little massage here into the balls of the feet, into the inner feet. You can feel. You don't need to know, where I'm point this point, it's going to work on this meridian. It doesn't matter. Your body knows. So wherever you feel, you're doing good. You're giving yourself reflexology. Your mind doesn't need to know. Your body knows. So we worry to touch ourselves. You can't hurt yourself. You can only help yourself. So massage those feet a little bit. And then lifting up, bring yourselves over your knee as much as possible and down. Okay, we're going to come up and we're going to actually do this with our sausage. So bring it around. It doesn't have to be very deep or very high. And then see if you could bring yourselves down. Tuck it in. Really tuck it in. Breathe into it. And it actually allows you, with this sausage here, it actually allows you to breathe deeper. So the rounding in the back is a little bit more. And it allows you to breathe deeper into your kidney area and into your lungs. So really feel that deep breath into the back body. See if you can spread the back body, especially with this little roll here. You can really push down on the roll and then feel like you're taking the whole back body and expanding it and really getting it nice and open. Making more room for the lungs, making more room and opening for the kidneys and the adrenals. Breathing some lovely energy into the kidneys and the adrenals. And then slowly up you come. Release your sausage. Take your right foot back. Tuck it under and lift your left leg up into the sky. Open that knee, look underneath your right armpit and see that foot. So you're giving yourself, and straighten your standing leg. Giving yourself a nice big stretch here. Then release it down. Lift the right leg up into the sky. Big inhale, exhale, hover it in plank by your chest. Inhale and stretch it up. Exhale, hover it by your chest. Inhale, stretch, touch the sky. Exhale, hover, inhale, up. Exhale, last one, really touch the sky. Stretch, 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 and bring that through for pigeon. Remember, you place your foot wherever it feels good for you. Okay, rock from side to side. Closer to your hip has just as many benefits as further away from your hip. It's where you feel today you'd like to get the stretch. I often just do it here so that the heel can push into that hip flexor area. So it's up to you. Come down onto your forearms. Tuck your back toe under and push your heel away so that you've got a really nice flat back. And then straighten your arms. Stretch. Allow gravity to be your friend. Allow gravity to draw you down into her. Taking a lovely big stretch here. And then keeping your right arm exactly where it is, thread the needle. Keep the palm facing up. Really don't let yourself roll onto this any side. Keep both hips as even as possible. So the twist is not so big here. Now you're going to take this right palm and place it on top of your left. You're going to actually lift up a little bit and twist yourselves round. If you want to intensify it, you can tuck your back toe under and push your back heel away from you. Up to you. Breathe. And then slowly release. Come round. Drop onto your tush and bring the foot round. Sit nice and tall. Big inhale, lift this left arm, bring it behind you. Here, inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, twist. Now squeeze. You're squeezing right to left, guys. You're working into the masculine meridian here this time. Right to left, giving it a big squeeze, taking it around, lifting up, breathing into it. Feel like you're letting go of anything that no longer serves. You need to choose what you want to align yourselves with. It's very important, and if something feels wrong, then don't align yourself with it. If something feels right, then you align yourself to that energy, and you really feel what you want to draw in. Patience, love, trust, faith. Bring your chin forward. Keep your shoulders down, lift your chest, lift your chin, lift your nose a little bit snooty. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And now smile and wait for an angel to kiss you. Soften your face, soften your jaw, your eyes. So your body is twisting right to left, but your throat and your third eye are twisting left to right. Turn your gaze into your third eye, soften your face, and just surrender completely. It's a pose of surrender. Breathe. And then slowly come around. Take a deep inhale. And just let it go, let it go, let it go. Bring your knee over your knee. You can sit up if you want to. If this is hard for you, you know that you can always straighten your right leg. So you just have one knee over. Okay, again, give yourself a nice little massage here into these feet. They carry you. When they carry all your stories. Do you know there's 72,000 meridians in your body, and there's 7,200 nerve endings in your feet. So if you push into them, you're bound to get something, I promise you. And then lifting up, let's bring our sausage, bring it around, and come down, and really push in and breathe and expand behind. Expand the back of the back, expand behind the shoulders, expand behind the hips. Feel like you're broadening your whole back. Breathe into it, push down onto your sausage, and breathe deeply. Really deeply. And slowly release, come up. Take your left leg, bring it behind you. Tuck your toe under and lift your right leg up into the sky. Keep the knee bent and look underneath your armpit to see the foot and open nice and wide. And then slowly release, come back into your down dog and wiggle, waggle those hips, guys. So really get them moving. And then you're going to walk your feet towards your hands, and you're going to keep your feet the width of the mat and roll up. When you get to the top, roll your shoulder blades. Good. Taking your hands onto your hips, bend your knees, and do big circles like you're hula hooping. Big. Really create a big circle here. Any direction makes no difference, because you're going to go in the other direction. Big, big, big. Nice. Good. And then slowly step up to the front of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Big inhale, open. Big exhale, swan dive down. Big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot comes back and flattens. You're coming into warrior pose here. Release and bring yourselves up. Push into this back hip, bring this knee forward. Release, guys, breathe, stretch. So find the strength in warrior. We've worked these hips, we've opened them. Now we want them to hold us in stability. So warrior is extremely stable. You look out over your front palm. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Open that stance. Then bring your right elbow, turn your palm to face up, and lift your arm up into the sky. Now see if you can get from your head all the way down through that leg, like this long line of energy that stretches all the way. Curl your tailbone towards your pubic bone, lift your chest, breathe into it. Big breath. Keep the belly firm, use your bandhas. Breathe. Now keeping that front knee bent, bring yourself back into warrior. Beautiful. Big inhale, exhale. Take yourselves round, go back into your down dog. Inhale into plank. Hold it nice and firm. Push those heels away from you. Exhale, push back. Inhale into plank. Push back. Exhale, release. Inhale into plank, hold it firm. Exhale, release. Inhale into plank. Exhale, push back. One last time. Inhale into plank. Exhale, push back. I'm just changing direction. Good. You're going to bring your left foot forward between your hands, and you're going to cartwheel yourself up into warrior on this side. Breathe. Knee bent, looking out over. This leg is extremely active. Tailbone is dropping, belly's lifting. Leg is active, pushing into baby toe, sinking it down, stretching, looking out over your front, dristy gaze. Breathe. Breathe into it, guys. Don't forget your bandhas. Without your bandhas, your belly kind of pooches like this. With your bandhas, your belly lifts up, your tailbone drops. It's like you're pushing your back against an imaginary wall. Okay, you're going to take this left arm, bring it up. Take your right hand onto your hip and push. Push this hip away. Now try to make that long line of energy as you stretch all the way through. Lift up through your bandhas, open and spread your toes. Breathe into it, guys. Big breath here. Feel. It's a beautiful movement for the psoas. It's also very strengthening for the hips, which is what you want. You want to feel the power of Virabhadrasana, the warrior. And then slowly you're going to come back to warrior. Look over, breathe, and then cartwheel these palms down and come back into your down dog. Keeping the belly firm, inhale into up dog. Open your heart. Exhale, push back. Inhale into up dog. Open your heart, push back. Inhale into up dog. Exhale, push back. One more time. Inhale into up dog. Flatten your knees. Lift up through your chest. Breathe. Curl your tailbone. Use your bandhas. Slowly push back. Bring your sausage. Bring your knees together. Curl your sausage into you and come into the child's pose. Bring yourself over and let yourself hang. If you want to put one palm on top of the other, if you want to put a cushion so that your head is relaxing on something, please do so. Breathe. Feel, guys. Feel into that forehead. Let your forehead relax. Let everything relax. Squeeze. Breathe into your back body. Breathe into your entire shape. Breathe yourself big. So when the hips are open and we've released the hips and we've strengthened them, we've released that psoas, we can allow energy to flow more freely through our bodies. And that helps us to release the tension in our body. So tension comes into our bodies, and what we can do in our yoga practice is have a conscious awareness that we are actually working with the poses in a very specific way to release that tension. Come onto your tushy. So the final pose is not an easy one, but we need it for our hips. So it's right knee and right foot in the same line, and then left foot on top. Now, for some of you, this might be impossible, so you can bring your blankie and bring it under. The more you bring your foot over to the side, you can even bring your foot onto this blankie, the easier it is. The more you take your foot to the right, the more difficult it is. So you want to find as much as possible that you can look down and see kind of a triangle here. As long as you're feeling through your hips, I know this is an intense pose, as long as you're feeling through your hips, that's all that matters. Breathe into it. You're going to take your right hand to your left knee and you're going to twist. And you should be feeling that you're squeezing and twisting all the way through this first, second chakra. Breathe. Come back, take both hands behind you and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest and then push yourself forward. Maybe you just come to here. As long as you're feeling these hips engaged, you know that you're releasing the psoas majorly. And then you come forward some more to where it feels good for you. If you feel you can bring your palms forward, do. If you don't, it doesn't matter, guys, as long as you're feeling the sensations. Close your eyes, breathe into it, and allow those hips to open. Try not to fight with them. Rather air and come a little bit up and don't make it so intense, so that you can soften and let go. Life is going to hold us in her different clutches. We know that. We're in lockdown. So we don't want to feel that we don't want to believe that we are completely in lockdown. We want to know that, yes, maybe the physical body at this stage is in lockdown and maybe we're in this position, but that's not really who we are. We are the self. We are beyond the thoughts. We are beyond the lockdown. We're beyond all the stories. And the more we can release those stories, the more we can open up to ourself, that jewel within the lotus, that true self. That is not your thoughts, that is not that you're in lockdown, that is not your roles you play. It's not your worries, it's not your anxieties. It's that being of light that knows that this is the game of life, lila, the dance of life. And then slowly come up. Oh my goodness me. Release, bring your feet up and just drop your knees from side to side. Okay, other side. So the left foot comes forward, right foot comes up. Now remember, if you want to, you can bring the sausage underneath. Or you can even bring it, you can really make it work like this. So however you make it work is perfectly okay. Again, it's not how far we go in yoga, but that we feel, that's all. And know that one person can go much further, but maybe doesn't even feel so much as one person that's just sitting here. So it's where you're holding and where you can release. Take your left hand and let's do a twist and feel like you're twisting all the way through those hips. All the way through. Breathe into it, guys. And then slowly come back. Again, up to you. You can lift your chest and stay here. You're getting plenty of opening through those hips, or you can bring yourselves forward. Whichever feels right for you, breathe into it and soften. Don't fight. You never ever want to fight with body parts during a yoga practice. You want to make friends. You want to feel compassion and feel compassion for yourself, because don't deny yourself your feelings, what you're going through, your anxieties. That is fine. We're meant to have this human experience. Where we get stuck is when we practice a parigraha, which is attachment. We do not want attachment to those thoughts, to those feelings. Feel them by all means. Feel them as much as you need to, but then let them go. And so have a willingness now to let go of all the tension that you feel. All this COVID-19 tension and lockdown and all these stories, just let it go. It's not who you are. It's just another story. In a year or two, this is going to be past. Are we going to hold on to it? How are we going to come out of this? That is where we grow. And then slowly come up. Release these poor hips. Bring your feet up. Rock your knees from side to side. Roll through it. Okay, roll over onto your left side. Lift your hips and just open. It's a nice feeling. Let your heart open, just completely open. And then slowly come down. Go to the other side. Lift your hips and open. Nice. And then just slowly bring the soles of your feet together. Last pose. Take your sausage, roll it in, tuck it under, and bring yourselves forward. Shake your heads gently, push into it, and just draw yourselves down and breathe into your shape. Breathe big time into your shape. Feel, feel, feel. Smile. Allow. Let go. Soften every part of you. Breathe your whole shape into huge expansion. So feel a sense of expansion through every single one of those trillions of little cells that are in you. Feel that every part of you expands in softness. Let your fingers be soft. Let your feet be soft. Let your face be soft. Breathe into this expansion. You can always check in with yourself during your day. If you've got a sensation or a feeling or a worry, see if it's contracting you or if it's expanding you. Now you can have a worry and choose to move into expansion, and then you can let that worry be your best teacher. Or you can move into worry and let that worry contract you, and then it gets caught in your body. So check yourself during the day. Am I contracting or am I expanding? And remember, as you come up, you can always open your hearts and choose to expand. You can continue with making your roll nice and round, and you can bring this underneath your knees as you bring yourselves into Shavasana. So it's nice to have this underneath your knees if you want. It's just a choice. Lying down into Shavasana. So as you get ready, there is but one cause of human failure, and that is man's lack of faith in his true self. So to thyself be true. Remember that you are beyond the stories. That if you can keep reminding yourself that you are that breath within the breath, that beautiful energy of love, of bliss, of joy, then it is quite different to be able to feel and not let it become you. So have that awareness as you come into Shavasana now. Imagine yourself drawing in so much trust, faith, patience, love, connection, remembering, and feel it as a magnificent golden light. And as you inhale, consciously, with deep, deep, deep awareness, draw that entire light into your whole body. Breathe into your back against the mat. Breathe into your front body. Breathe down your fingers into your fingertips. Breathe down your legs. Breathe up to the crown of your head. Take the breath at least about 20 centimeters. That's about 2 feet from your nostrils as you inhale. And as you exhale, try to exhale longer. So make it 25 centimeters or 2.5 feet or even 30 centimeters. So really make that exhale long, long, long. Pause for at least a few seconds after your inhale, and pause for at least a few seconds after your exhale. So when you've finished exhaling, just give a little extra exhale, so that on each exhale you feel yourself releasing more and more and more. Do you know asthma and bronchitis and all diseases of the lungs is actually not our ability to inhale properly, but our ability to exhale properly. And that means that we hold stress in our bodies, we even hold a residue of breath. Now when we've loosened the psoas, so now the diaphragm can be nice and open. So on your next inhale, I want you to imagine you don't have to imagine it does do it, but you go with it. As you inhale, that your diaphragm drops and allows a big expansion of your chest. Still keep that distance from your nostrils. Then as you exhale, consciously feel the diaphragm pushing up against your rib cage into your lungs, and consciously feel that you are completely emptying your lungs, that you're releasing every last little bit of anything that no longer serves, including that carbon dioxide, that waste, out. And do this a few more times, squeezing on that exhale, squeezing it out, releasing it, letting it go. Moving deeper and deeper into letting go of it all. And then on your next inhale, really feel yourself drawing in so much of that light, love, joy, bliss, whatever it is that you need to fill your body. And then on your exhale, because you've emptied so much, feel yourself giving back into the world those same energies that you let go of, that you breathed in. So if you breathed in love, breathe out love. If you breathed in trust and faith, breathe out trust and faith. Patience, connection, contentment, santosha, gratitude. A feeling of gratitude goes a long way. So breathe in what you want to align yourself with and give that back into the world. Remember, neither the lover nor the loved be Be the loving. Neither the giver nor the receiver, but the actual energy of love. Be the loving. So move yourself deeper and deeper now as you completely release the breath and feel yourself in an ocean of consciousness that is pure love, pure bliss, pure contentment. That everything is exactly as it's meant to be in your world. There is such a beautiful thing called divine timing. God Creator does not make mistakes. We are exactly where we're meant to be, having this human experience and reminding ourselves that we are truly beings of light. So for the next few second moments, just breathe into the fact that you are these beautiful beings of light and let yourself release completely, as if you're releasing into an ocean of pure consciousness that is pure light, pure love, pure bliss, samadhi. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to you, to yourselves, to others, from others. Please God, peace in this universe, beginning with me. Be the peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly bring your awareness back to your fingertips, to your toes. Allow some energy to move into your extremities. Take lovely, lovely, long, slow wriggles, stretches, deep, deep smiles. Feel that sense of bliss and joy as the body moves. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Take your knees and give them a wonderful hug. Squeeze them to you. Really give yourself a beautiful big hug. Hug, hug, hug. And then rock gently from side to side. And just feel your spine and feel your psoas. Take your hands onto your knees and do a couple of lovely circles with those knees, feeling that your hip area and your whole torso is open. So both hands on your knees, knees together, make a circle in one direction, make a circle in the other direction. Then you can take your hands onto your knees and make big circles, each knee doing its own story. And then even move your knees, move your hips and feel how lovely and open your hips are. So you're going to move forward into today with a lovely sense of movement and openness through those hips. When you're ready, roll over onto your right side. Cocoon here for a moment or two in the space, taking this openness of your whole being with you into your day as you slowly bring yourself to a seated position. Bring your hands into prayer at your hearts. Smile. Smile at you. See you seated on your mat in all your magnificence. Bow your head and your thinking mind to this infinite wisdom of the self. And allow yourselves to have the most super wonderful day. From my heart to each and every one of you, thank you, my darlings. Namaste.